Hello, guys. Kakario here. It's been a long time since I've done any live streams. So I began to realize, and I'm so sorry for the wind. I really hope that this thing really is blocking the wind from outside. I really hope it is. It's just hard, guys. Life has been pretty difficult for me, probably because I made it difficult for myself. I don't know if anybody's going to be coming to my live streams. Maybe I shouldn't feel bad about wanting to be a wannabe social media user. I'm not going to say influencer. Influencer is such a stupid term. I kind of wish some people did watch my streams, but I put my sweater on because shit. God damn it, I forgot. I forgot my remote. What the hell? Shoot. Ah, well, here I go. I'm going to go back and get it. I don't think anybody is going to watch my live streams. I think you have to earn more subscribers. I think you have to get more subscribers so then you can have more people come into your live streams. You know, it's pretty difficult. Maybe I should set up my old account, my old profile picture back. You know, I should. I don't really care if I keep it like this, but maybe I should. So yeah, I know nobody's going to want to watch an entire like it's gonna have to get the remote. How stupid of me to get out of this gated community. That's the only reason why I hate being in this gated community. I feel like people in this gated community are fucking nosy. I mean, I get it, for like protection, but it's like paranoia. So yeah. I mean, if anyone would like to join the stream, I don't know. Here has been an absolute shithole for me. And I think I should kind of have myself to blame. And then, like, I don't know what happened with me, guys. All the confidence that I had, it's all gone. All of it. You know what? I really don't give a you know what? I really don't give a fuck what my mom says, anymore. I don't. I don't. And I'm not saying that as a way. I really don't want you guys to think I insulted her like that. I don't give a crap what my relatives say anymore. They're afraid of, you know, me talking on YouTube. And it's not just me. I thought I was the only one. I mean, I kind of knew that Tony. So I'm gonna keep shouting out Tony. I still look up to the guy, but I don't, think about him. I think about him, but not in the way I used to. Like I still look up to the guy, but it's just maybe because now he has a place. He found his destiny. Like he knows what he wants to do now. Guess I got one person here, but I don't know if they're gonna respond. I see it says one here. Oh, somebody left already. Guess they weren't really that interested in my video. I don't care if people watch my after stream, that's fine. So work. This is why getting into a W-2 job sucks now. It's not the same. I don't think working is the same anymore. It's just not. So anyways, I guess I'm home. I'm just need to pick up my remote controller to get out of the gated community. I'll talk to you guys. I'll get back. So yeah, I'm in my room. Nobody's gonna see me, but I'm going to be going outside in a couple of minutes. So this is gonna be mostly a rant video. I don't have that much charge on my battery. I have to mute it again. I have to lower the brightness of the screen. Yeah, nobody's gonna come by. Yeah, I think you need more subscribers to do that. I'm gonna cut it here. Shoot. But no, I did forget my frick. See, this is my issue. See, I'm having really bad. It's like holy shit. I think when I get old, I think I'm gonna get some Alzheimer's or some Alzheimer's like disease. So I'm starting to forget some stuff. It's not good when you're young. It's not good. I'm gonna probably go for a walk. Yeah. Hold up. Okay, now I'm outside. I don't know why this has been happening so badly. Don't know if anybody can hear me. Don't know if the app is blocking the wind noise. Because it sure is. Don't even know if anybody's going to be watching this live stream. I really do miss doing these live streams. I have so much disgust for what my relatives have done, to try to shame me. No, I will say I did do a mistake that did kind of semi-leak my personal info. Well, not leaking, giving it to somebody that I should have not have done it. I didn't even think, I don't care if people call me stupid. I didn't think any of my relatives even knew that I even had a channel. I think I did live stream, but I never went to, there was another channel. His name was the Blue Unicorn, something like that. I think he stopped watching my videos for the most part, which is pretty much justified. So yeah, this is just a regular talk. There isn't much, that I really don't know if I even want to talk about. You know, I'm Gen Z, just to be honest with you. This is going to be kind of a rant about work again, part two. I like live streaming these. I don't know if it gives you a limit that you can't live stream anymore. Although I heard that you can live stream through your phone, but I like doing it in this format because it's just easy for me. So yeah, it's gonna get a lot noisier now. I forgot because there's gonna be cars. There's gonna be much more cars passing by. Unlike in my old neighborhood. Yeah, very disheartening to see that nobody's here, but I get it. I don't go to everybody's live streams. I think when the Rona era finished, I'm still not going to say the word. Don't know what YouTube can still do. Not to mention, you can't mention anything that bypasses any buy. This is why I don't live stream. They guarantee that nobody's gonna come and watch my live stream. It's just an absolute bummer. I just hate that. Not gonna be live streaming forever. It's gonna be for a short time, probably for 1 hour. If nobody's gonna be in this live stream in like by 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time PM, I'm just not gonna do with it anymore. I just won't. I hate, I mean, I don't know what I did. I guess I've been active, but not enough. I don't know how I can get some people to just get into my live streams, you know? I'm so sorry if any of you can hear the traffic sound. I know my quality sounds so bad, you know? So I don't mind talking about politics too much anymore. It seems even in the art community, you know, since I like to draw Pokemon, as you can see, there was somebody that I used to draw on Devon art, you know, I guess they stopped. They probably had, you know, life things to do. They had life, you know, life things to do. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could. Hold up, man, that truck can smell strong. So yeah, so yeah, don't have a lot to say. Like I've said, you know, I really, I hate having to use my phone when I'm out of the street, but I kind of have to because I really don't want to be. So you're gonna have to deal with the traffic noise. Hopefully, it's blocking most of the traffic noise and just focusing on people's voices, you know. Although I do think that noise canceling feature does work to some extent, you know. So sorry for the wind, guys. I'm so sorry. Maybe I should do more of these. Maybe people will join. It'll all be interesting, you know. But this morning, you know, went to do my taxes at the Mexican consulate. And before anybody says fucking illegals, oh, illegals, or whatever the fuck, you know, my relatives, you know, they came here legally before anybody says that they, well, they went in legally to want to become American citizens. I'm not going to say too much about it because they're not going to like if I do say it. So I'm just going to keep it at that information. I don't want you guys to be making any assumptions just because I say that my family is from Mexico. And I understand, you know, I said I don't like to talk about politics too much, but I guess you can't always avoid it. Even, you know, RFB, you know, originally from Boston, you know, in his and I don't care if he wants to keep it a secret anymore. I don't think he cares if people tell him that he really is RFB, you know. The outdoor, what I forgot, it was called shit. It was called fuck. Oh my god, I forgot. It was called the oh yeah, Jailbreak Overlander, you know? And Jailbreak Overlander, aka Richie, that is his real name. Well, kind of his real name. That's just his nickname, his short name, I guess. Richard, I think that's his real name. It was just crazy. Like, holy shit, guys. I think I forgot to tell you guys. He was on Inside Media. He was on Inside Media or whatever. Did you know mix that jingle? Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. You know when it does that jingle? Yeah. Do-do-do. An Inside Edition. Yeah. Inside Edition. That's what I was talking about. He literally started making videos about the immigration stuff, you know? Started making about this crisis. I mean, who even knows what's real anymore? I don't talk about politics all the time, like I've said. So I'm recapping anybody that forgot or just came in, which I don't think anybody is here. It says 0. Kind of sucks when you don't have that many views. My battery's gonna die soon. So yeah, I'm not gonna be here forever. My battery is dying. Man, this phone's battery is already fucking dying. I'm serious. Look at that. There's so many cars. Jesus, guys. So yeah, it's actually very painful, you know, to think that I didn't do enough, you know, to make my life any better. I fucked it up big time. Shoot. Man, I forgot I have to take a shower. Man, I hate taking showers, but I still do it, you know. It would be disgusting if you didn't. And I do feel pretty dry when I don't take a shower. I really do. Who knows? I don't think we're gonna go to the gym today. I was gonna go to the gym, but my mom was like talking on the phone for the entire time. We went out to eat. It's because my mother said we went out to eat at sushi, and that was just too early. I don't know why I stopped watching, you know, blech, the philosophers live stream. I don't know why I stopped watching her live streams, you know. I want to get back into watching her live streams, you know. But man, you know, I guess once the pandemica, the pandemica, you know, the pandemia, you know, once that those measures were abolished, you know, in most states, was pretty much, you know, I guess people and me including just went back to our normal lives. We didn't have anything to complain about our government locking us down and making our lives absolute shit, you know. So yeah, I mean, I have like 600 subscribers and I can't even freaking tell if all of these people are serious or not. I mean, I think the people do watch my videos. Okay, looks like I got one person. See, I don't know if anybody is in the or they're just passing by. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm so glad you're here. I wish I could do more of these live streams, you know. I guess I really am copying Tony to some extent. I guess I'm complaining about is just myself. Maybe I should have nothing to complain about for myself, you know. Like I'm not doing enough, you know. And I know I still like the idea of prepping, but I have not been doing a good job with it, you know. Pretty much wasted it all on stuff that I kind of don't need. The only, and I don't care if I say this in video. I don't care if my relatives just find out, you know. No, I know there's only one Tony. I know. But it's hard not to be inspired by him. Like, come on. He has the best ways of doing live streams. Like, he does it in the most basic way ever. And he literally just talks on cameras. And when he does his rants, those are the best things about Tony. I know. I'm trying to be myself. I mean, I'm trying not to be like Tony, you know. I'm not going to talk down on people who haven't left. I'm sure Tony would have kind of given you a hard time for not leaving Nevada, you know, because he always liked to talk down on people who haven't left their spots or cities. Although I know you do, I know you do have some type of homestead or something like that based on your videos, which I guess that's fine, you know. I don't think it really matters anymore if you live in like an area that is like kind of rural, I guess. I don't know if you're living in an actually rural area. I think you do, but I don't know much about. I think you do live nearby the Carson City area. That's the only thing I kind of know about. So excuse the noise. I'm trying not to do any live streams or videos while I'm inside the house because my relatives are just gonna give me a hard time, you know. Didn't think you would be here, but it's nice, you know. I guess it is kind of worth the wait. I actually don't mind if there's only one person here. I used to have a fellow YouTuber. His name is I don't mind saying the full name. I don't think he really minds if I say it, you know. Yeah, that's the only good thing about it. I mean, I know Tony is only telling people not to live in Nevada because of where it is going, which I do agree with Tony. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I still kind of do want to go to live in Arkansas, you know, where Tony, I'm not saying exactly where Tony is, but at least in northern Arkansas, because because I mean that's where Tony was kind of recommending people to go. I guess he was just giving ideas to people just so they can get a head start, so they don't have to be like, which state is perfect, which state is the best. I mean, yes, everybody knows, we all know that no state can truly be perfect. These psychopaths run everywhere. They're everywhere in the United States, and you cannot run away from the problems, from the tyranny. We all know that. But if you want to live in a good, pro Second Amendment, well, I'm not going to say Second Amendment anymore. We should just saying that we should care about our gun rights. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Second Amendment or the idea of it, but it's like saying we have to think about the paper. We have to think about the Constitution. I know people love to make excuses about, oh, it doesn't give you rights. It just says, yeah, but you're still worshiping the Constitution. You still are. Like, come on, stop pretending and just say it like it is. You're pretty much worshiping the Constitution. So what are you people gonna do if the Constitution was dead? Like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna have the Constitution to stand behind. And wow, and it feels so nice to be doing these videos again. I know I'm speaking weird because of my accent. Shoot. Someone's calling me. But you know what? It's too late. I really don't care. I'm not going to even respond to his call. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they don't follow the Constitution. I mean, I'm not really a constitutionalist, but I'm like, in my personal opinion, even though I'm not really a constitutionalist, they really don't care about the Constitution. Like, they don't. Like, it's not, especially not this government we have. So I don't think it makes a difference, whether Trump becomes a president or not. Although I'll be glad if Biden loses the election, whatever you believe in the elections. Not that I think these elections really make any difference. Like, I really don't care. Like, to me, I just see it as something psychological when people complain about Biden and they just keep worshiping Trump. Like, I'm sorry, guys. You guys should just like watching this live stream. If you're new to my channel, if you support Trump, I mean, just please just try to be respectful. I'm not going to try to talk down on every Biden support or anything. But it's just really, you know, just sucks, where we are. I think things have always been bad, but I think they're so much worse. And I mean, I'm not saying that it matters which president is like, is bad or who's much worse, but to me, I have never hated a president this bad as much as Joe Biden. I don't think Trump was any better. I stopped liking the guy, and Brian from High Impact Flicks, that was his old channel. I think I owe him everything. I owe him all of my thanks to him, all of it. I promise you, I I would have never have left the Trump train if he never told us, told the people in the YouTube videos and including me why Trump isn't a good candidate, a good person, why he truly isn't a good person. And I'm so glad I left that. But to be honest with you, it actually makes you like once you learn it, once you take the red pill or whatever truth, the red pill sounds wonky, but you know, it just it just kind of sucks, to see where we and I think it's a lot worse. And I don't think I mean I want to prepare for whatever's coming, but it's like maybe I don't think I'm as paranoid as I thought I was. I mean, yes, I do think things are bad. I don't think, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, this is the apocalypse. Because I feel like that's what a lot of prepper channels do. That's why I don't follow that many prepper channels anymore. I was into that prepping stuff when, well, actually, I was kind of into the prepping stuff back in 2019, but I think 2020 was when I took it a lot more seriously. And yes, I know that's not a good time. I know that's not a good time, when you to prepare late when bad stuff happens. But either way, this pandemic wasn't anything, even though it was mentally horrible. It was just terrible for the people that did not want to put those things in their faces. I mean, yeah, I get it. I kind of wish I did invite people, but I don't know. I social anxiety. I don't know if it's gotten better or not, but I kind of don't want to be talking over when there's a lot of wind. Maybe I should invite people back. Like, I seriously don't care because that's what my relatives, I'm not going to say which one. My relatives were giving me a hard time, because I was talking with people online. Like, I was live streaming with people, and that really did scare one of my relatives, that really did scare them. And that was like, so they were just telling me to just delete the entire YouTube channel. And yes, and I'm going to repeat myself. They told the same thing to Tony as well. At least the woman in his life, the females, his mother, I believe his wife, and then now his daughter is telling him, not to just stop making videos because they're like worried about him. Guess it's the same thing. Guess it's the same thing for my mother. Thought I was the only one. So yeah, I think what I really wanted to rant about, and I know it sounds like very Gen Z-ish, like, oh, you don't want to work. People tell you, oh, you don't want to work, Gen Z. I mean, okay, I guess I do agree with that extent. I do think the smartphones and social medias are kind of the reason why people are becoming a lot lazier in the context of just not wanting to work, I guess, you know. But to be honest with you, I don't think everybody should do every job. I mean, what my goal here is to do is to not like feel like you have to stay in a place that you hate working so much. I mean, no one's forcing you to work. I just don't get why people complain. I mean, I complain, but I just don't get why people complain, about them, not, getting paid enough. Yeah. Although I think one person was sympathetic. I think his name was, the channel, The Truth from Money and Freedom podcast. And then he's now doing the Missouri Liberty Alliance. So I would like to know what your stance is, High Desert Pioneer. Do you say it's different for Gen Z? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that. If you're talking about if you think Gen Z has, gotten spoiled, I guess. If you're talking about that, Gen Z getting spoiled, I guess. I guess you're kind of right, but I think it's mostly the Gen Alpha that's going to have it so much worse. So yeah, I think it's going to get a lot worse for Gen Alpha. Like it's not going to be good. Oh yeah, you're right. I think if you're talking about because I know there's some people in the conservative community or the I have a great work ethic and you're just lazy and you don't want to work. I mean, I can sympathize with people wanting to use welfare for people that don't really need it. To be honest with you, and this comes with my rant, it's like, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind working for 10 hours, but it has to be a job that's like my second home. It's a job that I can feel like this is so much better than staying at my house. I can make myself comfortable working here because I know this is something I love to do. And I don't want to work to survive. I want to work to provide something that I love to do. Like I don't know why people feel like we have to put in somebody that hates their job and it's noticeable and they're putting, the stress on the people. Yeah. Although I don't know what you mean by that. You got to find a new I mean, I kind of understand, but I kind of don't. So yeah, so I haven't told, I've already told some people already, but I got a new job at a warehouse, and to be honest with you, doesn't sound like a bad idea, but at least from what I've heard, it's it's somewhat better than working in an Amazon warehouse. I don't think it matters which side of the political spectrum you're in. I don't think anybody would like to work for Amazon. To be honest with you, I'm kind of glad I never had the idea to work at Amazon. Sounds so much worse. Yeah, it's not. And people keep telling you that it's awesome. Like, now I understand if people are telling you, well, you got to work to survive. And to an extent, I do agree with that. Eventually, I would rather much hate a different job than hate this one I'm doing, because I realize, so I don't mind telling this to people. So I work like 4:30 in the morning, well, like 4:45 in the morning. Well, actually, my shift starts at 5, but I have to get there early and then leave. Then I have to leave at 5. No, I leave at 4:30 p.m. So yeah, I mean, a 10-hour shift doesn't sound bad, but I mean, I don't know how my body is going to react for like standing for like 10 hours. At least in my old job where I did some fulfillment work, I was just sitting down and then kind of standing up. And to be honest with you, I prefer a job like that over that. I mean, I get it, they need to get products fast to people or stores, I get it. You have to do it in a timely manner, but it really isn't a job for everybody. I mean, the only reason you people should get a job is if you feel like you've got no purpose in life and work is something you don't mind or you don't have family. That would be a good job for people that don't have anything to do in life. And that's the only thing that they feel like that they can do because they can't think of like enjoying life in a different way, like enjoying life and like say, like life, you weren't. Yeah, you're right. And I think they kind of already do. And maybe that's kind of a bad thing, but then Tony was like, it's kind of a good thing because he was like complaining about employees being some dipshit, like they're going to be rude to you and the cashier. But to be honest with you, as much as I'm kind of socially awkward, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. They just keep on, they just keep on. But to be honest with you, I think you and my online buddy that I talked to, which I don't mind saying his name, Patrick Holland from the Truth, Money, and Freedom podcast, and now he's doing the Missouri Liberty Alliance. Although I think you're gonna disagree with his methods because he is very much involved in Missouri politics. Like he's already kind of known nationally, but I guess his perspective is more on trying to do something. And if we're just going to complain and saying that the government is fucked and voting, I mean, he's not trying to talk down on people who don't want to vote. If not, I think he encourages people not to vote. But I guess he does vote because he's already friends with some senator, I guess. So I guess I can't blame him. I mean, I can see where he's trying. I'm glad that I'm not going to talk down on him, although I'm not going to agree with everything he does, because I know he's trying not to like. So that's why he's doing what he's trying to do in Missouri. I'll still root for him, but I don't think what he does is going to completely stop everything. But I do think he's doing a good job. I don't see it as if something good gets voted or some legislation passes and it's some you know, grassroots movement, getting these laws passed in Missouri. I'm not going to say the Second Amendment Preservation Act. Like, that's probably the best law that can come from Missouri. But at the same time, I'm not going to buy into it completely. because there's no, yeah, you're right. But I guess, he's trying not to be negative. So he's trying to fight, some pro-freedom laws, some constitutionalists or some libertarian laws. So that's pretty much why he live streams every Saturday. It's to, to do some grassroots activism. And he's like, trying to send letters and going into the Capitol almost every year, legislative season. Like he's trying to like push these politicians. And I know he's kind of into the aspect of voting, but I mean, for me, I don't see myself wanting to vote. I really don't see, any point in maybe I think if I do vote, maybe I would feel less guilty in the aspect of, preserving our gun rights as much as we can. And yeah, I know Joe Lombardo, as much as, the conservatives or the patriot movement feel like they need to support a Republican no matter what. And yeah, I'm trying to think for myself and not from what people have said about Joe Lombardo. Because I know he's our governor, which I know for those of you who don't know, the high desert who are watching this live stream or rewatching it or just watching the after stream when it becomes a video, I guess. So we both live in Nevada, although he lives in the Carson City area or outside of Carson City, although I do live in the Las Vegas area. So yeah. I don't see, I mean, I know it would feel very pointless. The only thing I would do, and I know it sounds kind of stupid and pointless, is to just try to get these and see, oh yeah, I got two people. That's awesome. Oh, my battery's not going to survive this long. Man, I hate it when my battery does that. You know, it's pretty awesome that I have two people here. I like it. So yeah, but you are right. It's going to have to take more from us. But the question is how? Like, how are we going to do that? It's going to be super impossible to get everybody in terms. Everybody's kind of scared. I mean, most people, we can't really agree on everything. So that's probably most likely won't happen. The best case scenario that I can think of is if people, and it doesn't have to be a violent revolution, it can just be peaceful and we can just scare them. Maybe we are kind of scaring. I know these politicians aren't going to care. They're not going to be afraid if we use our social medias, but and to some aspect, I guess that's the good thing about social media. Yeah, it's about us leaning and ranting in our YouTube videos, but that's probably the good thing about social media. Like we are talking crap about these politicians and these elitists. Yeah. Yeah, secession would be, well, yeah, I guess it would be awesome as much of it. And I hate saying the word. I don't love saying it. I would rather have something else different to say. I mean, anarchist is such a strong word. I don't like saying it. So it makes me look like a left winger, which I am not. I hate saying that word. I guess libertarian would be a good, but I'm not a mainstream libertarian. I'm not going to vote for some libertarian candidate, even though I have libertarian leanings. I guess I'm more leaning towards ancapism, more anarcho-like thinking, which. Left just cry about anarchy. Yeah, think about it. And I know you and Tony are veterans, but you're one of those veterans that aren't gonna, say, thank you for a service in a sheepish way. I'm not saying, I don't want to say that because I know people love the military. I know people respect veterans, and I know it's a very sensitive subject to like be this harsh on like veterans, and I get it, but come on, I don't think veterans should be that over worshiped, Some veterans are probably disappointed, in their government. And those veterans were probably left off of the government. And I bet it's gonna start a lot more because of this influx, of migrants that we're getting, which I mean, who knows if it's being exaggerated or not. I think it is being exaggerated. I mean, I think it will affect certain parts of the country if hordes of the migrants are coming in. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need to treat each other as free citizens. We need to stop thinking like citizens. We need to, well, I mean, citizens and like say, like we're property of the government. I mean, I guess you're right on that extent. Yeah, I don't know what happened earlier. Not going to show everything. I mean, you can't see much of that. Quality's kind of low and it's dark, so I don't mind. I don't know why my camera looks like this. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we need to stop. We need to think outside the box. Not look at ourselves as objects to the system. So I really don't. I haven't been keeping much in par with the gun politics, with the legislative, because I'm at a point where I seriously don't know if I even care much anymore. That should be up to the people to fight these gun laws. It's so weird, how people in New Mexico have been able to fight these gun laws. They've been fighting these magazine capacity bans for like 2 years. Like they tried to do it in 2021 and 2022, and I think 2023 as well, which I think they were able to like stop it, but I don't know for how long they're going to be able to do it. Maybe that's the state I can have somewhat respect. I think the people really are fighting down there in New Mexico, their governor. Like, like I don't know how they do it. Washington, they weren't even able to. Well, Oregon, I can give a credit to Oregon, but it's still kind of, I mean, it's still a lost state. I mean, I guess if we're gonna kind of be like in the left-right paradigm, if you really are pro-gun, you would probably not want to live in the blue states. I mean, for Nevada, I think that's the reason why I don't want to live here anymore. I'd rather go to a state where the cops don't give me a hard time for concealed carrying a pistol, because I'm pretty sure we know here in Nevada, I mean, we're still a shall issue state. And it looked like we were gonna get, some rights, and it looks like, well, it looked like we were gonna get some very pro-gun laws, because we had the laxest gun laws in the nation back then. But thanks to, Steve Sisolak, that all changed thanks to him. Not saying you should have complete faith in the election, but like, come on, man, you've got to admit the Democrats are worse. I mean, Republicans aren't any better, and I just came to realize that years ago, and even more, with Virginia, like I've heard some law made it past, the Republican ran, shoot, I forgot it was no, not the Assembly. I think it was the State House of Representatives. Yeah, the State House of Representatives. And they just passed the law because it just shows you how spineless most Republicans really are. I mean, they do get some laws passed, but maybe that's just some states where I mean, they're all rhinos. I mean, all the Republicans are rhinos to some extent. And I know I'm making this into, oh, it's not all Republicans, it's not all of them. There's some good ones. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not going to be the one to tell you that here. I'm not going to be here the one to tell you who you should endorse or not. But I'm at a point where I'm just really tired of people just like keep, chanting, Trump, Trump, Trump 2024. Like you really don't have anything better to do than to just say Trump, Trump, Trump. Because, you feel like you can't do anything for yourself. So you just like go and think like, hey, you're gonna go vote and that's gonna make a difference. Yeah, maybe it might, but I don't think it will. Like I don't even think my life. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Well, prep part of my mind. Maybe in the future I should, once I have more money, but right now I need to have that money to buy a car because my truck is just dead. It doesn't work. I sold the truck already because I didn't want to pay for insurance anymore. I just wanted to relax from insurance, but okay, man. Thanks for being here. I don't mind if you're gone. Thank you for being here. Peace, man. It's nice to see when people come by. You're probably gone already. So yeah, it was nice to see somebody come by here. He's gonna leave some of his live streams here. I mean, his live chats here. Yeah, I wish Tony was able to come. I mean, I wouldn't mind if Tony did come. I mean, it's not gonna be for too long, man. My phone is already starting to die. I'm gonna have to go back home. Shoot, somebody did call me, but I don't know if it was important. So I don't know. I'm gonna pause it here. It's gonna cut me out. yeah, So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this live stream here for a little bit. I don't think there's much that I want to say. I'm kind of glad to be doing these live streams. It pisses me off, when people tell you just got accepted. Oh yeah, hold up. Yeah, see, my battery is dying. It's got 15%. Holy shoot. Gonna have to put it back to charge in a little bit. The battery just sucks now because I've probably been abusing it. So yeah, I really do agree with you there, you know. And it isn't, it just sucks. Very few people should do those jobs. Not everybody should do these jobs. Unless it was like your passion, then yeah. But I'm not here to give any good advice. I don't think I'm the person to give any good advice because I'm not. So, you know. So yeah, I don't think I have much anything else to say. I kind of lost my train of thought. That kind of did make my night. It's already 6 in the afternoon. Man, does it suck? So yeah, I'll just say my final parts. Try to file some taxes and it turns out that I couldn't because ooh, I don't mind saying where I work. I really don't care. So I mean, pretty much you influencers pretty much say they work at some place. So I mean, I did Uber. For those of you who didn't know, Uber Eats for the most part. My car was too old to be eligible to be doing, Uber Eats. I mean, yeah, Uber, regular Uber, excuse me, not Uber Eats. What the hell? See, I have bad brain fart. So, anyways, yeah, we tried to go today and see if they can, do our taxes for free, but unfortunately, they said that they couldn't do it unless I had a proper, 1099, which I didn't because they don't give it to anybody. And so I couldn't do it today. And this stress was just killing me, man. I feel like my heart rate went up. So this is why it is just a stress because, oh, I have to think about going to work, even though I get like 3 days off in a week. Oh, wait, well, no, I think it's 4 days a week. Let me see. Yeah, 4 days, but 3 days of, sleeping late if you want. So yeah, it's just hard, man. I don't see myself being at that warehouse for long. I mean, I don't know for how long do I want to stay there. I just don't know. I mean, if I get the truck, I'm just gonna get back into doing DoorDash. And I hate to do well, okay, maybe not DoorDash because with DoorDash, at least they give you the paper no matter what, no matter how much you made. So they don't care. They don't care how much you make. They'll just give it to you no matter what, which is good. But Uber Eats doesn't do that, which it was no issue for the tax man or well, not the consultant. They're just doing taxes for you. I don't know what they're called, and I forgot. And I don't know if I care for now. It's already getting kind of cold, even though it's been getting kind of warm. I guess it still feels cool, even though it's March. It's really hard to enjoy life now. I was able to enjoy my life a little more. Maybe I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad I did used to work for her. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching the video, the live stream. If you liked it, hit a like and subscribe. This is just me rambling random stuff. I'm just gonna cut it here. I don't have the energy to go on anymore. So, anyways, see you guys in the next video or next live stream. If any of you do make up, or the very few of you that do go, man, I gotta use the bathroom. Oh my god, I'm going to die. Oh, it just wants me to use the bathroom. Well, hopefully it helps me. So, anyways, peace, guys.